This video has been made possible by Rebusform, the professional render service. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we're going to do a subscriber request video, and what we're going to do today is we're going to model bleachers, okay? And if you don't know what bleachers are, check out the video. Here we go. Okay guys, here we go. We're going to start with a polygon plane right there, and we're going to hit R to scale it up, and let's have a look and see what we got. Looks like we've got 10 by 10 subdivisions, but just hit Control A to check that, and we do, yep. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our top view, we're going to right click, go to face, drag select all of the faces, and then shift drag select this, and we're going to deselect this as well. So just hold your shift key while you select, which will give us this, and we're going to hit delete. Then we're going to right click at an edge, we're going to double click on that and shift double click on that. We're going to hit Control E to extrude and hit W to push down. Now don't go nuts on that, don't do this, but somewhere around here. Now these are going to be billing elements for our bleachers, and it's important that they stay open at one end, but we do need to extrude that at some point. But this is a good start. And now what we're going to do is we're going to select this edge, that edge, and the one on top here. I'll hit F to zoom in so we can see it better. So 1, 2, and 3. Actually, let's cut that face first, sorry. Right click, cut that face, and we'll do the opposite one there as well. Then we're going to go back in, we're going to right click at an edge, 1, 2, and 3, turn around, go in here, and 1, 2, and 3, and in this case hold shift while you click. Okay, then we're going to go into where do you go? I'm always looking for that thing. Yeah, edit mesh, we're going to go to bridge, option box, linear path, 2 divisions, it's fine, and hit bridge. Okay, that's going to be one element for my frame here. Now I do have these black sides here because there's no thickness to this thing, so I'm going to right click at object mode, I'm going to hit Control E to extrude, and we'll do 0.1 on the thickness. Let's have a look, and that seems to look fine. Alright, so we're going to right click at object mode, we're going to hit E to rotate, hold down J to snap it, going the other way like so. That seems to be okay, and then we're going to start to build a wall, if you will. So with this in mind, we're going to hit Control D to duplicate, W to move up, and as we do that we are going to snap it. Now it doesn't align perfectly with our grid here, so we'll just, come on, make sure we got it nice and snug fit here. It needs to come down a little bit. And we're good. Okay, so we're going to Shift D to repeat that, and Shift D to repeat that again. So now that we have 4, we're going to drag select, Control D, we're going to move that over. Once again, F to zoom in. And we're going to hit Shift D and Shift D, and maybe one more, like so. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's do a bit more. Let's see, 2, 2, yeah. Just gonna do a bunch of these. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 off the top here. I'm going to take 4 off the top here. 6 off the top here, and that can go. All right, so that's our starting point, and yeah, looks fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select that, and we're going to go to mesh and combine. Yeah, that's fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to instance this. I think, let's see, we'll do Control D first to move that over. Reason being that I need straight elements and I need curved elements as well. Okay, so now that we have this, let's see, we'll not go crazy on that. Something like that, and then we'll do, let's see, just thinking what the best approach is, guys, just bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control D, move it over, Shift D, and Shift D. That looks to be like a good size for our model. Yeah. And then let's see, what we're going to do is we're going to add some boards here. So we're going to take a new polygon cube, hit R to scale that up, push that down, stretch that out, W to move forward, pull that up, scale it down a whole bunch, obviously. And let's have a look from our top. I have to zoom in. Okay, so we're gonna right click at our vertex, drag select, W to bring that in to about there and about there. Then we're going to take these two, bring that in like so, take these two, bring that way in like so, and now we can start to have a look. Okay, so this is obviously way too thick, so we're going to select it, we're going to hit R, we're going to push that way down, hit W to bring that down, have to zoom in. I'm going to go to modify and center pivot, like so. Control D to duplicate. Let's bring that over and let's see how far that will go. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to select them all, and then we're going to move that over until we get a good fit there, slightly further like so, and then we're going to take this one, delete it, drag select that, go to mesh and combine. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate that. I'm going to pull that up and pull that in. Have to zoom in. Yep. Let's do Shift D and Shift D. And they seem to be okay. So there's that. Then we need to have our backdrop and our benches. Actually, the framework and so forth, we'll do that in a bit. So what we'll do is we'll start with our benches. Okay. So for our benches, we're going to simply take a polygon cube, make that out like so. R to scale that up, push that in, and pull that up like so. Then from this view, we're going to go to insert edge loop. We'll do multiple, and we'll do let's see, 4, maybe even less than that. Let's do 2. That's fine. Yep. Okay. We're going to right click at our vertex. We're going to drag select these vertices. Come on. Yep. Okay, why is it not selecting? Okay, hit Q on my keyboard. That's better. Yep. So we're going to hit R. We're going to push that in like so. And that's pretty much all there's to it. All right. We're going to right click, go to object mode. We're going to scale the whole thing down. Hit W to move it in, and we're just going to check the proportions and nothing else. So we're just going to move that in, and we'll just create one bench initially, and from there we'll figure out, okay, how far do we need to go, and we need to have the path in the middle as well. So that seems to be okay. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate. Let's move that over, and then hit Shift D. That looks to be alright. Just want to make sure that the spacing here is okay. There's an easy way to find out. So we got that. I'm just going to take this and hit Control D to copy it, pull that up. So I can go to Mesh and Separate. And I'm just going to delete a bunch of them and keep these two. Go back to Mesh and Combine. We're going to bring that down. From the top view, hit F to zoom in. We're going to center it. We seem to be good there. Let's hit F to zoom in and have a look. We're going to bring that down a bit. Alright, now it's way too long, obviously. So we're going to right click, go to Vertex, drag select that, bring that in. And then from this view here, we can have a look and see, okay, so that needs to stick out a little bit. And then the whole thing is a bit thin. So we're just going to take these top vertices and add some thickness. Okay. So let's see if we're happy with that. Sorry about that. That seems to be all right. So we're gonna, come on, we're gonna take this and this. We're gonna go to Mesh and Combine, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Control D to duplicate it, and let's bring that over. From top view, it has to have the same alignment. So let's do the edge of the bench aligning with that frame there. And we'll do the same here, which will give you a nice path in the middle to walk up. Okay. And now that we have these two, what we can do is go to Mesh and Combine. Control D to duplicate, push that back, and that one needs to come down, looks like. Hang on guys, Control C, let's fix this guy first. So let's bring that down, preferably both of them, like so. Then we're going to go to Mesh and Separate. We're going to drag select these guys, modify center pivot. Come on. I know it seems a bit like nitpicking, but yeah. Okay, that was the problem. Delete that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So that seems to be a clean position. It's on the bench there. So now we can go to Mesh and Combine. We can hit Control D to duplicate it. And we're going to bring that over here. And let's see, we'll position it here. Looking at the distance here, that's one full board and a little bit. So that would be about there. I have to zoom in, make sure it's sitting on the floor. Okay, we're gonna hit Control D again. Move it over, move it up. I have to zoom in. It's one board and a bit, as before. And Control D once again. And bring that up. I have to zoom in, bring it down, and one and a little bit. Okay. So let's see, that looks all right. Yeah, not bad. So we're gonna drag select all of it. And what we'll do is we will just trying to figure out what the best way is to secure this thing. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll take a polygon pipe or a cylinder. We're gonna go in and we're gonna set caps to 0. Then we're gonna move it over to the corner here. Have to zoom in to the back here. Have to zoom in again. Push that down. It's a bit thick, so let's bring that down a bit. Okay, we're gonna right click on a vertex. We're gonna drag select the top here. W to pull that up to about there, like so. That seems to be okay. Good, good. And let's check the height. So we'll select this, right click vertex, bring that up a bit more. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to right click, go to object mode, take that, Control D to duplicate it. And I want to have a straight bar to about there. So let's do that just behind here. And then duplicate that again, and we'll do one here, one there, and one there. This one will come back a little bit. This one as well. Then we're going to take one of these guys. We're going to Control D to duplicate it, E to rotate, hold down J to snap it down like so, hit W to bring that up to about there, which will be kind of a railing for these guys here. We're going to right click on a vertex, drag select, and bring that in like so. And then we're going to take that as an object, Control D to duplicate, move it over, and move it down. I'm just looking at the spacing here. Shift D and Shift D, and then let's fix the position for these guys. So right click vertex. Okay, this one needs to come in. And right click vertex. And then this one as well. Right click vertex, bring that in. Okay, so now that we have all that stuff, we're gonna select them, okay. We're going to go to mesh and combine. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate, W to move over. I have to zoom in. Let's look at the position here. Okay. And we're going to keep that height here on purpose. And then what we'll do is we'll take this guy, Control D to duplicate, push that back. I'm going to go to Mesh and Separate, delete all this stuff, just use one of them. Go to Modify and Center Pivot. We're going to hit E to rotate, hold down J to snap it to 90 degrees. We're going to hit W, we're going to move that in. I have to zoom in. Okay. And let's bring that in here. And we want that one to stick out as well, just slightly. So let's move that over like so. And we want that to cross into that pipe and move it up and just on top and make sure it's just sticking out a little bit. Okay, so we're going to select that, we're going to move that in like so. Seems to be okay. We're going to right click, go to object mode, we're going to select that, hit Control D to duplicate it, W to pull that down, and do Shift D once. Okay, and then with that one selected, we're gonna move the pivot point. So we're gonna go to this view, we're gonna hit the Insert key, and we're gonna move that to where it's crossing that vertical pipe. Then we're gonna hit Control D to duplicate it, we're gonna hit E to rotate it, and I'm gonna move that upwards, point it towards that corner up there. Okay, and then I'm going to select it, right click on vertex, hit W, and we're just going to push it through right there. Okay, and then we'll take that, we'll hit Control D to duplicate, we'll hit E to rotate, W to push up, so we'll find the approximate same angle there, and then we'll take this one, right click vertex, drag select, let's do the same height and push that out here. Okay, so right click object mode, let's see what we got. So this seems to be okay, and let's see, final touch. What we can do here is drag select the whole deal, go to mesh and combine, edit, delete by type, history, and modify freeze transformations. All right, and then we're gonna select this guy and we're gonna hit Control D to duplicate it, W to move that over, F to zoom in. Let's hit Shift D, duplicate that again. And push that out a little bit. Okay. And now we're going to drag select all of it. We're going to go to Mesh and Combine. We'll create a floor by hitting a plane here and just pull that out, make sure it's positioned correctly, so hit W to bring that down like so, maybe move it over a bit. So I'm gonna go into Mesh and Separate. And again, you guys can do this in my if you want. Okay, I'll just separate that. Hang on. And let's see, I'll take my floor, assign new material. Let's do a Lambert, and we'll do white. And then for our entire frame here, everything is going to be pretty much galvanized with the exception of the benches. So what I'll do is I'll select all of that, assign new material, Lambert, and we'll do a color ID on it. So I'll just do red or whatever, like so. And then I'm just going to go in and select all the benches and give that a different color. Okay, I'll just pause the video while I do that. Okay guys, so I added a yellow color for our benches here. And now only thing we need to do is right click, go to object mode, select everything, go to mesh and combine once again. And then we're going to go to file and export. Okay, so we're going to go to file, we're going to go to export selection. Because we have it selected, let's call this an FBX. We'll call this Bleachers FBX. Okay, I'll save that out on my desktop. And now we can jump into Keyshot. Here we go. Right guys, we're in Keyshot. So let's go to File and Import and take our FBX file and open it up. Let's give it a second to come in. There we go. So it looks like it came in okay. Color is visible. So let's go into our material section and let's find a metal. We'll go with basic aluminum and we'll add that for our frame and so forth. Now it looks a bit blown out because of our white floor and the fact that we don't have an environment loaded yet, but that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll look for something that we can apply on the floor, and we'll keep that fairly neutral. So let's see, we'll do just a black floor surface, that's fine, just for a nice contrast. Okay, then let's see, for our benches we can decide to do wood if you like, but we can do a different type of aluminum as well, and I think that has my preference here. Let's see, we got textured aluminum, let's try that. And before we decide on this or for example wood, let's look at our environment first. Okay, so we'll actually do that here. I want to have an outdoor lighting environment, obviously. So let's see what we got. Outdoor, we'll try this, drag that in. Looks much more realistic, although the aluminum is very shiny. That's a bit brighter, which looks kind of cool, I guess. Just looking at the options here, definitely not that one. So it's either this, which is kind of late in the day, or this, and I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so let's go back into our materials and let's see, I'm gonna go with a wood, I think, and we need to have something that's quite bright, like so. That's good. And then we'll double click on that material, and what we can do is go in and see what we can do with that. It's not too bad though. Let's see, we'll kind of bring that down a bit, make it a bit darker, not too much. That's good. And then we'll take this and let's push that a little bit towards orange. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So that's okay. And then let's see, we can put this in a studio setting if you like. And we'll find a nice angle to render it out. And we'll render it. Okay. So we'll position it. That looks about right. We're going to go into our lighting, and I'm going to set it to full simulation, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn off caustics, and I'm going to turn off interior mode. And not bad at all, just wondering whether this is the perfect lighting. So let's give that one more go. Not that guy. Let's try this. Nope, way too dark. And we can adjust it manually if you like. That's number 2. That's way too bright. We don't want that one. Okay, so let's see, we'll do that, and we'll go and see if we can tweak this a little bit. Let's see, we'll increase that a little. I'm going to keep that as is. Yeah, okay. So this looks good. I'm going to do the render, and I'll see you guys when it's done. Okay guys, there you have it. This is the render. It's a little bit quick and dirty with a little noise in it, but that said, it's just to give you an idea of what it could look like when you have it textured and rendered. It's all about the modeling, but that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, let me know as always. And that said, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.